Hi, welcome to the Cult TV Sofa. This is a reaction video for the 11th episode of the only season of My So-Called Life. You can check out the full reaction for this video on my Patreon channel. Check out the link in the description below. Last time we saw Rayanne take a beer from Angela's fridge just as her mum returned. Rayanne asked Ricky to carry it and didn't correct Angela's mum when she thought he was the one drinking it. It was Angela's grandparents' wedding anniversary and her grandmother wanted to hold the party at their house. Rayanne's drinking seemed to be getting worse and she was drunk at school in the morning. She then decided to have a party at her house on the same day as Angela's grandparents' anniversary party. On the day of both parties, Angela was forced to go to the anniversary party, but her grandfather didn't turn up, and she managed to leverage this to go to Rayanne's party instead. Arriving at the party, Angela found Rayanne very drunk, and she'd taken some drugs. Ricky was really worried, so Angela called her mum for help, who dropped everything and went immediately. At the hospital, Angela's mum spoke to Ricky and realised that he wasn't who she thought he was, and that he was actually protecting Rayanne previously. Whilst Rayanne was recovering, the others all returned to the anniversary party. In the car, her mum told Angela that she trusted her and that she can call her whenever she needs help. So let's see what happens in this episode. I'm going to put any relevant trivia that I find over here, and at the end of the reaction I'll be discussing what happened and my thoughts about it. And it is an incredibly hot day today. My flat is like a furnace, so I haven't actually got a couple of the lights on that I would normally have, just because I would be melting with them on, because they're so bright and the heat from them. So if I'm a bit more washed out than normal, that's why, but hopefully it won't affect things too much. And I'm going to start the video in 3, 2, 1.
Ryan, honey, are you ignoring me, sweetheart? If you are, it's okay. Just tell me.
If you're ignoring me, just tell me.
Which basically means that they fundamentally disagree.
Oh, well, I've got the feeling he's looking at Angela. Oh, that's very creepy.
They're probably this, like, normal family.
Ow! Child abuse! Well, it's Tango.
That hair must be a nightmare to look after. It is so long. It's quite thick as well.
You're actually gonna wallpaper the bedroom?
Yeah, what's the big deal?
I think they need a sort out in there.
You've done this before, right?
Patty, I can wallpaper a room.
Right.
I can't. I'm awful at DIY and stuff like that. I wouldn't even try.
I'm your book photographer. This is my job.
Good excuse.
Delia, she's new. It's really nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see you around.
So, she seems to fancy him.
Nice Krakow. Real suave.
What?
He's only got eyes for Angela.
Ask her to the dance. She's working at Big Eye Burger tonight from 3:30 till 8.
Jordan Catalano doesn't go to school dances.
He doesn't go to school.
You could let Brian Krakow ask you.
Rayanne.
What? You put him on hold. If you don't have Catalano, you got Brian Krakow to like.
Cool vest. Even though I've established verbal communication with Delia Fisher, I still think about Angela, constantly.
Verbal communication with her, just said say hello, that was it.
I just have to stop being her little puppet. I vow to never again show up at Angela's door with some lame excuse. Hi.
Yeah, knew that was going to happen.
Oh, well, she isn't here now.
Is he going to help?
So you're like what, retired? I mean...
Oh!
No, I'm, sort of...
Between jobs.
Let's say you're deciding between two particular patterns, and one of them that you really like, and the other one is nice wallpaper and all, but you're just not sure if it's really
For you.
the really great wallpaper,
It's hard to buy.
totally out of your price range.
Yeah.
Do you take the other wallpaper, even though you don't, let's say, really desire it that much, or do you wait until the really great wallpaper
Goes on sale.
cheaper?
guess it depends on how badly you need wallpaper.
I would say pretty badly.
Don't tell him you're talking about his daughter.
Apparently, Delia Fisher smiles at everyone. She probably comes from one of those small towns where everyone's friendly and smiles at you for no reason. I hate that type of town.
Community spirit.
Hi.
Oh, that was quite a reaction.
For here to go.
I guess to go.
Oh, I thought he was going to stay and be there. Huh. She gonna come out?
Not hungry after all?
Yes. They barely talk to each other though. They don't know what the other one's like. Is he going to ask her to the dance? Not yet.
Are you gonna ask me to this dance or what?
I was going to. Would you like to go to the dance with me?
Oh, so romantic.
And if you screw this up, I will really hate you. Like, forever.
True love. Oh, she completely really does like him.
I have to ask
Glancing
Delia
at him.
Fisher to the dance. I have to. And I'll do it now, on the count of 3. 3.
So he's not asking her because he does want to ask Angela. I completely understand where he's coming from. I really liked a girl for a long time. And it, completely messed me up because she didn't feel the same way. And I missed a lot of opportunities I could have had.
Guidance is so weird. So she looked at me all concerned, wanting to know if I was going to the school dance. I broke down and cried.
Yeah.
10 days. No drink, no drugs.
Okay.
You know that girl, Pam Troy? So I was thinking of asking her to the dance.
Why don't you ask him?
Shut up.
Well, isn't that who you really want to go with?
So, I forgot at first, but it looks like they're carrying on with the story with Rayanne, that she's 10 days without drink or drugs. It seems to be her normal self. I did wonder whether it was the alcohol that was making her as hyper as we've seen her. Was she just always drunk? But no, doesn't seem to be the case. And she made a joke of it then, but she sees the guidance counsellor, I'm assuming, as part of her recovery, and she laughed it off, but she cried. Yeah, so she obviously does have a lot of stuff inside her, and hopefully the counselling's helping, so that's good. So yeah, the party and stuff though, hopefully not going to be any alcohol and things, so we'll see. I assumed Ricky was gay. Because he does seem to be attracted to that guy. But then he said about asking a girl out, so well, whatever works for him.
Because, if they're even the slightest bit off, that's all you're ever going to notice.
That's an awful pattern to get right.
Why'd you circle all these cooking classes?
Well, why do you think?
Well, this is some kind of adult ed workshop. What I talked about was going full-time to a culinary institute.
Which we can't
afford, I know.
But that we can afford, so why are you closing your mind?
I thought he was qualified, or, he'd done a lot of cooking and stuff. Obviously not. So yeah, at least if he gets like a qualification or something and does classes, it'll give him some standing to get a job in the food industry, which is what he wants.
People fill their minds with all these stupid things, to keep themselves from thinking about, what's really important.
He looks so uninterested.
Like, if we dance, the world is really gonna get happier? I mean, really, come on. I don't think so.
I've got this inkling that she's hinting that she wants him to ask her
500
to the
posters
dance.
at Brand School about it.
Yeah, he's not in school to see them.
See, I have this philosophy. If I go somewhere and someone I know is there, then cool. But once you start making plans, then you have like obligations, and that basically blows.
Okay, so that's kind of what happened when he didn't turn up to her parents' house, because they talked about going to cinema, going out somewhere anyway. And she was saying, yeah, you need to come see my parents and do this and that. And yeah, that's not what he wants. He just wants to take things as they come, turn up somewhere. If there's someone there he knows, great. But he doesn't want to make plans.
My feeling is, whatever happens.
Happens, yeah.
I have to say, I really respect that.
You kind of do and don't, though. Because that's why it all backfired last time. Prime opportunity to ask her.
I've been looking for you all day.
I've been, like, really busy. I'm, like, carrying a triple minor.
Oh. I didn't even know you could have a triple minor.
They sort of bent the rules for me.
I don't know what that means. Triple minor. I don't know how the education system works in that regards, but it sounds like he's taken some sort of minor qualifications as extra credit, perhaps. Not like a full class. Normally you can do like maybe 1 or 2, but he's doing 3 because he's, I assume, so brainy. They've let him do 3 because they know he'll be able to do well in 3 as well. That's kind of my guess.
Can I look?
Finally, an erection from actual physical contact.
Okay, didn't want to know that. So, oh. I was just about to say, is he now going to forget about Angela and be more focused on her? And then obviously she walks past, which is going to, I assume, make him think of her again, of Angela. Yeah. Or was he conflicted?
Every time you pass by the other wallpaper, you know, the one that you sort of liked more?
Brian, we're not talking about wallpaper here, are we?
He's got it lined up quite well, though. I can see the flower going across the seam.
Oh, Brian Krakow's here. Good.
Oh, hi, I was just...
Yeah, helping. I know. Thank you.
That kind of implies that she has no confidence in her husband to do the job properly. But because Brian's there, she knows he's quite brainy, and at least someone's there to help him. 2 heads are better than 1.
Did you get a chance to look at that bulletin? Tomorrow's the last day of registration, so,
Oh, that's all right. I'll do it next time.
I thought that, you planned to do this.
I'd rather let whatever happens, happen.
Where have we heard that before?
Have you thought about the dance? It's just that if I'm not going to work Saturday, I have to, switch with someone right away.
Ask her. The fact that he's not means that he really does like Angela. So I do get why he's not asking her.
You don't understand because you don't. You couldn't.
Oh, you're right, Ricky. I couldn't possibly understand having an obsession for a person I have zero hope of ever becoming involved with.
Touché.
And so in conclusion, I guess the truth is that I can't, work like 24 hours a day.
Are you asking me to the dance?
Oh my God, we should go together.
Right. 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
So see you Saturday, right? Excuse me? Rayanne said the 3 of us are gonna hang together.
Ha! She'll go with
She'll
Angela.
go with you and Rayanne and Corey, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Go as a group.
I mean, except that, then it might seem like you and I are together.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if it's just, me and Corey and Rayanne.
Oh.
Wait a second. Oh my God, this is too obvious, isn't it?
He's overthinking it. Just say you're going to go as a group. Because then, at least if she just turns up at the party, Jordan might turn up at the party, and his philosophy is if someone's there that he knows, that's great. So things might happen then. Don't make the plans to go with Jordan. Hopefully he'll just turn up. Of course, she walks past again when Brian's talking to that girl. Oh, and she hasn't got a date.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Oh no! She gonna say, go to the dance with me?
See you Saturday?
What, and she's only asking him because she's got nobody else to go with, which is really unfair.
You know, just wanted to go with someone, so I just thought her.
Romantic.
That simple.
No, it wasn't.
And I know you're going with Delia, and I'm like really happy for you. If there was just some way I could go along. I mean, just to like get me there. Not that we'd actually be going together.
Of course.
Well, that's going to mess him up a bit.
I mean, fine.
What, so he's going to... The two of them in the car and then pick up Delia, the other girl, there's the three of them, and... if he's going to the dance, he goes to the dance with one of them.
You invited Corey to the dance with you and me when I specifically told you not to. But if you say one word to embarrass me while the three of us are together...
That's going to happen, yeah.
I won't be there.
Oh.
Well, I just don't think I'm ready to go to an event like that. I mean, I talked to the counselor and she said she doesn't think I'd be able to.
That's actually probably right. Quite mature of her to do that if she doesn't go.
I will call Corey. I will explain the whole thing. It'll be fine.
So he's just sat there, just looking at her bedroom window. With the camera ready, so if she appears, what, he could take photos?
Hi.
Oh, he's going to say he can't go with her.
So it's sort of about the dance. You know, about this other commitment that I already had.
This other commitment. Is it another girl or something? You should go with who you want to go with. Just be honest with me, please.
That's another mature attitude.
So I guess I would.
You would what?
Yeah, would what?
Rather go.
God, that's hard to hear.
With her.
Oh. And he's not going to go with Angela either. Something's going to happen and change, so she doesn't go with him. It's not like she was really going with him anyway, as such.
I know this is weird, but just take a look at this.
She signed him up, and he's been accepted.
So you enrolled me?
Just have this feeling like you're really going to enjoy this.
Why doesn't he want to do it? He needs to do something, and he loves cooking.
I mean, I know you like to cook.
It's not that I like to cook. It's this thing I can just do.
So why not get the qualification, and then you can hopefully do the thing you love to do?
We're going to that dance thing. I mean, we're actually not going with each other.
Shirt's not great.
So we're picking Delia up?
As it turns out, Delia can't go.
Is she going to turn up anyway?
Graham?
So he's finished it.
This room looks amazing.
A piece is bound to fall off at some stage.
My God.
I don't like it though, as wallpaper.
Her face when he told her that other girl wasn't coming. They're going to have such a terrible time. I know you probably feel like you can't breathe sometime, like I'm this horrible nag or something.
It's been weeks since he's finished working. At least weeks. And he needs to do something. I mean, they've got to pay for the mortgage, they've got to pay the bills. They're not rolling in money with that business, so he does have to do something. And the cooking is something he seems to... Well, he said it's something he's good at. It seems to be... It comes naturally to him. I'm assuming he enjoys it as well. It must be a passion of his if he's so good at it, and we've seen him cooking a lot and he seems to enjoy it. So why doesn't he want to do these lessons, get some qualifications, to hopefully then go into a full-time job in it, or find something at least that will allow him to make some money out of that passion? I don't understand. We haven't seen her push that much. It's the first time we've seen her pushing about it.
Put a stop on the check. I'll call the registrar and just tell them
It's not really pushing either.
I mean, since I'm already signed up. Thank you for signing me up.
It seems weird. I don't get it. Not that many kids at the party, considering how many students there are in the school.
So where's Rayanne? She didn't call you? She's not coming. So she's not coming at all.
He likes Rayanne.
Rayanne is very, changeable.
Yeah.
Start a conversation. Wow.
Yeah. You know, whatever.
She seems so happy to be there with him. Oh. Jordan's gonna turn up.
You and Angela come together?
Sort of.
In the literal sense, they just came together.
Maybe you shouldn't come over. We might want to, like, dance or something.
Oh.
Oh. Why not be as a group? You can still go and dance together.
What did Ricky want?
Nothing.
What did you say to him?
Now he's all on his own.
It was better that maybe he didn't, like, hang out with us.
What? Why would we want privacy?
Yeah.
Brian.
You've misread this
What do you
completely.
think is happening here? Didn't I explain what the whole reasoning for this was? Why would we not gonna dance?
And even if he did want to dance, what's the problem with Ricky being there?
What did you say to Delia? You're so heartless.
Now he's got nobody at the dance.
I mean, the fact that she called me heartless.
Yeah. She did treat him badly. She knows how he feels. Oh, and now he's going to her because Angela's fallen through.
You know what? I'm glad you decided to come on your own. It's better. There are like so many really cute guys I want you to meet. Cool. Okay.
You deserve that one.
I belong nowhere. With no one.
Yeah, in a minute.
So what's he gonna do now? So he's gonna see those two together. Yeah, it's all gone pretty wrong for Brian, isn't it, in this one?
Look how you are.
Hey, Jordan, you coming or not?
How am I?
And he just goes. Flippin' heck. He's complicated, isn't he? What, so are they gonna get together? That's a classic song. Flippin' heck, that guy dancing there. Whoa. Well, at least she's going with it. He's got some moves. Well, they both do. She kind of realising she wants some of that, in the sense of, you know, enjoying themselves, dancing, and they probably haven't. Oh, she gonna dance with Brian? And it's a slower dance.
Brian, this was all my fault. I mean, I ruined your night.
You didn't completely ruin his night. It was partly his fault as well. She's apologised.
These things are so stupid.
I know. No one ever has a good time.
Well, Delia seemed to pick up a bit. And Ricky.
You want to dance or something?
Not with you.
I think he means the opposite. He does want to dance with her, but it would be make him feel bad to dance with her because he'd enjoy it too much. This would be the worst song for them to dance to. Ah, God, young love. Yeah, I can remember times when things have got complicated. Wasn't that young, but certainly in college things were complicated. Yeah. I think Angela does know how Brian feels about her, and she takes advantage of that, which is very wrong. I get that he does like Angela a lot by the looks of things, but he knows that they're never going to be together, so that when Delia came along, he was then completely torn, because here's someone who actually wants to be with him and go to a dance with him, but he really likes Angela, and then he'd made the decision. He seemed to come around to the thought that Angela's not going to work out, go with the other girl, which is great, thinking it in that way. And then Angela throws that curveball by saying, "Take me to the dance," which is really unfair, especially as she knew that he had just asked someone else to the dance, and she still asked him. So that was really unfair of her to do that. What I don't get what was up with Jordan. He turns up to the dance. I don't get it. And then he just walked out with his friends and stood there with his back to Angela as if waiting for her to come over to him, and then nothing happens. He just goes. I don't know. Confused by all that. So I'm assuming that guy that Ricky liked Angela, not Angela, Rayanne. That's why he went to the dance. Little bit confused by that. I think that's what was kind of hinted at, but it was a little bit subtle. I could have done a bit more about that. But at least Ricky and I forgot her name. The other girl had some fun time doing that when they danced, so that's good. I'm confused by her dad, why he doesn't want to go to those classes. There's some odd things in this one, but at least he is going to them. So I'm assuming next episode or the episode after that we'll see something about those classes. They're sort of adult education classes. I don't know if they're like beginner ones or something. Is he going to go to these classes and probably know more than the teacher, or something that can be really basic probably? But he needs to do something. So at least he's going to do that, and so hopefully it'll lead to something more. So yeah, it was a good episode, but teenage emotions and teenage love, very complicated subject. Thank goodness things are so much simpler as an adult. Yeah, right. Let me know what you thought about this one in the comments below, and I shall see you for the next episode. Be seeing you.